Mine is my own. And we are going to read one paragraph per, half on one page and half a page.
Well, keep reading. I love listening to you read. I'll read in a minute.
Budge is going to be 3 years old.
Oh my gosh.
My mother said he should have a birthday party. With some of his friends. He plays with 3 other little kids who live in our building. There's a Jenny, Ralph, and Sam. My mother invited them to Budge's party. Grandma said she'd come over to help. My father couldn't make it. He had a Saturday business appointment. I wanted to go to Jimmy Fargo's, but my mother said she needed me to supervise the games. The kids were invited from 1 until 2:30. That's only an hour and a half. My mother reminded me. That's not so bad, is it, Peter? I don't know yet. I told her, ask me later. The kitchen table was set for the party. The cloth and napkins and paper plates and cups all matched. They had pictures of Superman on them. Right before the party time, Grandma tried to change Fudge into his new suit, but he screamed his head off about it. No suit! No suit! No! 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 He could speak. My mother tried to reason him. It's your birthday, Fudgy. All your friends are coming. You want to look like a big boy, don't you? While she was talking to him, she managed to get him into his shirt and pants. But he wouldn't let her put on his shoes. He kicked and carried on until my mother and grandmother were both black and blue.
Whoa.
And what does that mean?
Well, he must have kicked them until they were bruised. They were black and blue.
Finally, they decided as long as he was in a suit, his feet didn't matter. So he wore his old bedtime slippers. Ralph arrived first. He's really fat. He isn't even 4 years old. He doesn't say much either. He grunts and grabs a lot, though. Usually, his mouth is stuffed full of something. So the first thing Ralph did was wander into the kitchen. He looked around for something to eat. But Grandma was guarding the place. She kept telling him, no, must wait until the other children come. Jenny arrived next. She was wearing little white gloves and party shoes. She even carried a pocketbook. Now, doesn't that sound nice? Besides that, she had on dirty jeans and an old sweater. Her mother apologized for her clothes, but she said she couldn't do anything with Jenny lately, especially since she had taken to biting. What did she bite? I asked, thinking about furniture or toys or stuff like that. And Mommy won't believe this. She bites people.
Oh my gosh.
Jenny's mother said. But you don't have to worry about it unless her teeth go through the skin. I know! Otherwise, it's perfectly safe.
Okay.
Ain't that weird?
A little bit.
I thought, poor old Fudge. He can't even that back since he hasn't got any top front teeth. I looked at Jenny. She seemed so
Innocent?
Yeah. It was hard to believe she was a vampire.
Oh.
Sam came last. He carried a big present for Fudge, but he was crying. It's just a stage he's been going through, his mother explained. Everything scares him, especially birthday parties.
Oh.
But he'll be fine, or won't you, Sam? Sam grabbed onto his mother's leg and screamed, "Take me home! Take me home!" Somehow Sam's mother untangled herself from Sam's grip and left. So at 1:05, we were ready to begin. We had an eater, a biter, and a crier. Now, Mom, which one would you most worry about?
The biter.
Why?
Because I don't want to get bit.
That's a good idea. I thought that tooth that he would never come. I also thought my mother was slightly crazy for dreaming up the party in the first place. Doesn't Fudge have any normal friends? I whispered. There's nothing wrong with Fudgy's friends. My mother whispered back. All small children are like that. Grandma got them seated around the kitchen table. She put a party hat on each kid's head, and guess what happened?
The crier started crying.
Sam screamed, "Get it off! Get it off!" But the others wore hats and didn't complain. My mother snapped a picture of them with her new camera. Then Mother turned off the lights. And my mother lit the candles on Fudge's cake. It had chocolate frosting and big yellow roses. I led the singing of Happy Birthday. My mother carried the cake across the kitchen to the party table and set it down in front of Fudge. Too dark! Too dark! So Grandma had to turn on the lights before Fudge blew out his candles. When he was finished blowing, guess what happened?
What?
He reached out and grabbed a rose off his cake. He shoved it into his mouth. "Oh, Fudge!" My mother said, "Look what you did." But Grandma said, "It's his birthday. He can do whatever he wants." And that's where